Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Dalton. This is Armson Farms. You're watching our YouTube channel. Today, we're going to start the day off. We got to clean our calving pens out. Tyler is currently using our skid steer, our Bobcat, pushing it all outside. I'm going to get this tractor started, which hasn't been started in a while because of the weather. We haven't really needed it. Hopefully it fires up, but no guarantees. I've got to run and grab a PTO adapter for this tractor because the tractor is a big 1,000, spreader's a small 1,000, and he's going to clean while we spread. So hopefully all goes well. Let's see if she wants to go. She goes. Hell yeah. We will kick the heat on and be on our way. Hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Follow along. See what else we get into here today. All right, we're all set up now here. For the first load, we swung down to the bunks. There was kind of a snow bank that was probably 50% snow, 50% slop, and a little bit of garbage. You always get that, especially when it's snowy and the ground's rough because stuff freezes and all that. So we just threw it on. We could have let it melt down more, but what the heck. Throw it right on the spreader. We're just gonna put it right here close, so not a big deal. It's definitely got a load on her though. It's peaked up a couple foot higher than the beaters, but being that it's just snow, that ain't gonna really, that won't hurt anything, that's for sure. So this is a tube line Nitro 600 spreader. It's got an apron chain, dual vertical beaters in the back. We bought this primarily for when we spread sand and doing our big pack manure stuff. When it gets real knotted up, that's kind of hard on our slinger. So we bought this used from Ron Conover over in Leroy there. It's been a pretty good spreader. It needs a little bit of TLC. It's on my winter list. It's missing a couple floor paddles and those beaters up in the back there. They've got some bolts that are pretty worn. They've eaten their share of rocks. When we dig sand out of our lagoon, it's basically impossible not to get some rocks off of the floor. That's another reason we're very excited about our new lagoon being all concrete, so we don't have to deal with that anymore. But we'll do a video on that when we get to it. Yeah, the beaters are in pretty rough shape, so it's on my list of stuff to do. And yeah, but for the most part, this spreader works excellent. Boy, when the ground's frozen, it's a little bit rougher out here. So there you have it. It really spits stuff out. I mean, granted, that was snow, so what do you expect? But we'll show you guys the first load of pack manure too. It's getting a little toasty in here. I slow the chain floor down so the hydraulic pressure is only at a 5 instead of 10. No point in, it'll take it, but that's how you snap the drive shaft underneath, or slip that slip clutch and ruin your slip clutch, stuff like that. So it's nice to just slow the chain floor down. I also like to do a nice, we've got enough ground, we don't need to spread it thick. With that pack manure, I like to spread it as thin as possible, so that way in the spring, it's not holding the moisture. You put a real thick layer of pack manure on top of wet ground, that'll hold the moisture in, and it takes a long time to dry it out. In fact, the first couple years we got this spreader, the guys that used to spread it would put it on pretty thick. I would actually take the field cultivator out in the spring and kind of scratch it in just to get that ground dried out so we could do our deep tillage, because it was so wet. It just held the moisture. One of my least favorite times of year was when all the snow and ice and everything melts. Everything just looks muddy and sloppy and drives me nuts. So that's why I kind of wish it would just stay in the 20s all winter. Cold enough where stuff was frozen and clean and dry, but not so cold that everything was, the water lines were frozen and miserable. he doing here? Oh, he can't get around. It's a big pile of back manure in his way. I tell you what though, yesterday I ate it twice. When this ice, it kind of rained all day, so you get rain on top of ice, and that is the slipperiest stuff in the world. You don't know where you get your footing. You don't know anything like that, and it is slick. There's Tyler. We'll see if we can get him to load us up. Swing down here and turn around. I made a cold start video of this tractor on TikTok, knowing full well that it was going to stir people up. It was about a minute and 30 seconds of cranking. And oh, you're going to ruin your starter. Why would you do that? Yeah. People act like they've never had to start something in the cold, or, oh, why didn't you plug it in? Okay, well, it was 50 degrees when we parked it. Now it's 15 degrees. It was just, people are hilarious, but it's funny. I told my wife before I posted the video, I said, now you watch. I said, half the people are going to get on there and tell me I'm a stupid idiot. And the other half of the people are going to get on there and try to defend a John Deere, because that's part of the John Deere game. John Deere people will die on the hill for a John Deere. Also, people got on there and, why you turning the steering wheel? That doesn't help at all. I don't know what to tell you. It does. It certainly does. And I was taught on a John Deere, if it's not starting, crank the steering wheel. It'll start. So I thought that. I actually, I got a kick out of it. My wife was kind of like, gosh, people are kind of calling you an idiot. I'm like, well, I kind of am. So whatever. As long as they're commenting that I'm an idiot, that'll get me more followers. I think I got like 164 followers so far off of that one video of, just cold starting the tractor in the cold. So what are you gonna do? It's part of farming. Look at this. Now that's service. It's one issue with these big spreaders. You can just barely get up into them with a skid steer. These skid steers do have the super booms, but oh well. So to adjust the flows of these hydraulics in the 30 series Deeres, I think it's the same in the 20s and maybe even the 100s too. You got, it's a little dusty here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 remotes. I think this tractor only has 4. Almost positive. So anyways, all you got to do is you just click the remote that you want, and then this will come up your flow. So this knob right here adjusts the pressure and how much flow you get. So like I said, leave it right around 5 for this manure spreader. And then if you want to change how long, so say I push to lock in the number, like right here, if I lock in the number 2 hydraulic, it'll run for 40 seconds and then it'll shut back off. I usually, for the most part, always have them on constant. I'm not sure why number 1 is actually not on constant, to be honest with you. So that's how you set these. Like I said, number 2 is my apron. I'm going to leave it right at 5. You can see I like to boogie right along. Like I said, just a nice thin layer is all I like to do. I don't like it any thicker than this, that's for sure. So walking along 8.5 miles an hour, 13th gear. Get that set low. These vertical beaters really do a good job of tearing up the wads. Oh, we had a soft spot there. Boy, we're still in a soft spot. There we go. Pulled out of her. The freezing weather, it's starting to thaw out. Those ruts don't end up being too terrible. This pass in particular is significantly softer than the rest. But pretty much the gist of this this spreader. Just lift up the tailgate, lock that apron chain on, and you go at it. All right, she's clean as a whistle down through here. Tyler's bringing up a few bales of straw. Usually we try to put down a couple buckets of sand underneath the straw to give cows a little bit of extra footing, but we don't have any at the moment. The one bucket that we had is pretty sloppy, wet. No point in putting wet stuff underneath sand, so we'll do this. Maybe this week when I come up here with a sand shooter to bed, I'll just pull in and shoot some on top of the straw, and we'll put a fresh bale on top of it. But we'll get these guys bedded up quick so we can get the cows back on the pack. That looks a little bit different. Nice clean start. For reference, it was about a foot from the top of that 4-foot wall there. Ended up hauling 6 of those big box spreader loads out of this little pack, so got those ladies led over. We'll let these pregnant mamas over so that way they can come in and take a rest. I'm sure they're ready. They've been standing up for the last 2.5 hours here, so nice little Dykstra heifer there. All the ladies enjoying their chewing on it, but oh well, they will definitely I bet you come here in 10 minutes they're all laying down snoozing. A lot of nice heifers in this group that are getting ready to calve. Pretty excited about that. Oh, I gotta walk back through this pen here. My pickup truck's out back still where the manure spreader was. We're gonna head on out to lunch. We get back from lunch, I gotta fork some spoilage off of our bunks. The haylage bunk, we're almost to the back of it now, and it's kind of got a starting to get a layer of white mold on the top from where the plastic kind of got flipped over backwards when we were filling in beside it. So we got to get all that forked off and get tires moved around, and then we got a lot of calves to treat. This weather and the constant changing, we got quite a few coughing down in the old barn, so we'll get them taken care of after lunch. All right, well, we kind of got a little bit of an unexpected project here. Grain company reached out to us. This is our calf grain bin. The concrete kind of busted out here over time on this old bin. It's leaning pretty heavily. So we are going to try to hook onto it and tilt it back and get that fixed up. So I'm going to go up there. I got to unhook the cable that holds that auger up. Then put a clevis on up there. All right, we're up here at the top of the bins. Got a chain hook to it. He's going to use that excavator and try to tip it back here. Wish us luck. So first he's got to push it a little bit so they can get the plates out from underneath this back side. Shut it off. Not at the moment.
Foot, Darren. A foot. You got to bring your bucket this way. You hit the ladder. All right. 6 inches. There. All right. Yeah. Still have pressure on it.
It's all the way back. Are you going to try pulling it now, or? All right. Nope, you got a couple feet between you and the ladder. Yeah, you're sliding the whole bin. He's put. Alright, well, we got the cables all hooked back up. We'll show you guys what we did here. Alright, so if you squint, it's definitely level. We lifted it up and we put metal plates underneath it. We put a whole bunch of them down here. And we took this big piece of steel, ran it across. So, yeah. Super safe. Good to go. Looks good, isn't it? At least good enough. So, yeah, didn't tip over, nobody died, nothing broke. I call that a win. Alright guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end the video here. Grain bin didn't tip over. Didn't get stuck with the tractor. We'll call that a successful day. We're headed up to a new adventure right now. Depending on how it goes, maybe it'll be a video for tomorrow, but it's certainly not going to be in today's video. So, little teaser there. Anyways, guys, hey, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, and see you guys tomorrow. Rock on.